What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to draw Super Saiyan Goten. Okay, so today we are going to draw Super Saiyan Goten from Dragon Ball Z. If you check the description box you can see all the materials I'm using for this tutorial with Amazon product links. As you can see, I drew a perfect square. Each side is 3 centimeters, but you can draw it in any size you want to. Just make sure to use a suitable paper size. This is gonna be a frontal pose. We are going to start by drawing Goten's wrinkles between the eyes. Then we'll move on to draw his eyebrow. And as you can see, it gets thicker towards the edge. Of course, make sure to draw it with curves. To draw the eyes, we'll use 3 lines, 2 diagonals and a curve underneath. And we'll place the pupil at the center but slightly to the left side. Add 3 lines for the cheek marks and we are going to do the same exact process for the left side. Next, we'll draw Goten's nose by using 4 lines. And to draw the mouth, we'll simply draw the letter M right below the nose with a very tiny gap. Next, we are going to draw the shape of his face by using 5 lines. And now we'll draw the ears. So first we'll start by drawing the shape of the ears and only then we're going to add the details. And that's basically what we are going to do for the rest of this drawing. Now we are going to draw Goten's 3 locks of hair from the front. Again, as you can see, I'm drawing with curves. To draw the rest of the hair, we'll draw 2 spikes on each side. And then we are going to use this guideline to help us keep the right proportions, and after that we're basically going to draw the rest of the spikes. As you can see, this guideline helps us keep the symmetry. The next step will be adding some lines from side to side in the direction of the shape, in the direction of the spike, just to add details all over his hair. Next, we'll draw his neck simply by drawing 2 curves. As you can see, just a narrow neck. And I'm gonna fix the cheek marks real quick. Awesome, so now we can proceed to draw the torso. I'm gonna start by drawing the shape of the torso. As you can see, I'm drawing the traps first. I'm crossing it in the middle, drawing the color of the gi, and then the color of the shirt underneath. Next, we'll use 2 curves to draw the chest, and 1 more curve to draw the neck muscle. And now we are going to refine the torso by drawing the creases of the gi. We'll add the belt and the pants. And of course, add all the creases and refine the belt by adding the knots. Next, we are going to draw the arms now. At first, I wanted to draw the arms just later, but I think it will be better to give him that Super Saiyan pose, like he charged the energy. So we'll just draw his puffy sleeves. And again, as you can see, I'm starting by drawing the shape first, and only then I'm adding the creases. I'm doing the same with the fist. First, I want to get the geometrical shape of the fist, and later on we'll refine it, add all the details, the fingers, etc. Okay, so as you can see, first I'm adding the thumb, and then the fingers and the knuckles. And don't forget the thumbnail, of course. We're going to do the same process for the right side. And we'll refine his gi by adding some more creases. Awesome, and we are not done yet. I'm gonna do a quick correction to the eyes, just because it's Goten and he's much cuter and smaller. His eyes should be a bit bigger. Awesome, now it looks much better and we can proceed to the inking process. So as you can see, first I'm rotating the page to have my natural hand movement. You don't want to go against your natural hand movement. The nib size of the pen I'm using is 0.2, but you can use 0.1 as well. But for the facial features, I'm gonna use 0.05. That's a slightly thinner nib, and it helps me be much more accurate on those tiny details. Now, if you don't have it, you can still use 0.1, don't worry, but that's for the ones that want to get that edge. Once we are done, we are going to get rid of all the lead. Make sure to clean it very well, because after that we are going to use the Copic markers, and we don't want to smear the lead with the Copic markers because that will ruin the drawing. Okay, so these are the Copic markers we are going to use. However, if you don't have Copic markers, you can use color pencils, or you can just use your HB and B pencils and just work on your shading skills. Now for each object I'm gonna use 3 tones of the same color. So we are going to start with the pens. I'm starting with the brightest color and I'm coloring in the direction of the shape. As you can see, I'm doing it by pushing lines or pulling lines. Next step, we'll be using a darker tone, that's gonna be our mid-tone, and we're going to add some shade. After that, we're going to use the darkest tone for the most darkest areas. And now, if you want to get even better results, I recommend on blending the colors, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna use the brightest tone to blend it with the mid-tone. And I'll use the mid-tone to blend it with the darkest tone. Awesome, so this is the result we want to reach, and we are going to do the same process for the belt. I'm gonna start with some dark grays, going from bright to mid to darkest, with the darkest being the black color, and then I'm gonna blend all the colors just like I said before. Once we are done with that, we're going to do the same exact process for the shirt underneath. Again, I'll remind you to color in the direction of the shape. I'm gonna repeat it constantly until you'll do it like that. And a quick tip, if you by accident colored outside of the lines, which happens, you can use the colorless blender to soak that ink out and fix that problem. Next step will be coloring his skin, and again we're going to use 3 tones of the same color just like before. As you can see, I'm adding more layer with the same color to get much more contrast, to get much more saturation. Awesome, next we are going to color the eyebrows with one tone, that's Y15. And for the eyes, we'll use 2 tones, we'll use some blue and green colors. As you can see, I'm leaving a blank area at the edge just to get a very nice highlight. And of course, just like before, I'm gonna blend the colors. I'm gonna add one more layer with Y02. just to get more contrast. And now we can color the hair. So I'm gonna demonstrate how to color one spike of hair. As you can see, I'm starting with Y00, that's a very bright yellow, coloring in the direction of the shape. And I'm gonna leave some blank area just to get a nice highlight. And then we'll move on to the mid-tone, add in some shade. We'll blend the colors with the brightest tone. Next, we'll use the darkest tone with a minimum use. We don't want to overdo it. And we'll do some blending once again. Awesome, so this is the result we want to get. And we are going to do the same exact process for the rest of the hair. And we are done! Everybody. So this is how you draw Goten from Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan Goten. Please let me know what you think about this tutorial. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know how you did. And of course, don't think you'll get this result at the first attempt, the second attempt, or the third. It takes time to improve, it takes a lot of time, but the most important part is that you progress with every time you try. So if this video was helpful for you, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every weekend, and hit the thumbs up so I can keep creating more content for you all. That's it. As always, I appreciate your support and your feedback. Keep being awesome as you always are, and I'll see you on the next video, and you really don't want to miss this one. Peace!